What makes a house a home? Over 8 weeks, 21 homes bursting with style and character will compete to be crowned Home of the Year. Each week, 3 homeowners open their doors to our expert judges, who must decide which one should go through to the final. Interior design legend Hugh Wallace has more than 30 years' experience in high-end design.
I love going into a home and I'm going, God, I'd never have thought of that. And it just works so well.
Award-winning architect Declan O'Donnell is looking for homes designed for living.
What I don't want to say are homes that are effectively show homes, because they're for someone else, and that is exactly the opposite of what we're looking for in this competition.
Helen James, textiles and homeware designer, has a passion for unique interiors.
Size doesn't matter in this competition. In fact, the smaller the home, the smarter the homeowner has to be.
But there can only be one winner. This is Home of the Year. This week, the judges will travel the country to visit 3 very different homes. Looking for functionality, individuality and clever design, the judges will each score the homes out of 10. The home with the highest score will go through to the final at the end of the series. First, we're off to Kildare, to a semi-detached home with a unique interior. Musician and hairstylist Ger Eaton lives with his wife Suzanne and children Jude and Bowie.
It's a visual expression of how my brain thinks. Probably is, to some extent. It's like a Willy Wonka's sort of crazy extension or something. Music is the starting point for everything for me. Psychedelia, colours, 60s, patterns, spills out into decor and into just lifestyle generally, I think for me. It's all connected.
I was given the one room to have as a calm room. Sometimes I just need that little bit of break away from colour and busyness.
I think anything that has style from today tends to be like a replica of something from the past. For me, it's why buy a replica when I can buy the original. That's my sort of philosophy, really. It's just keeping everything as original and authentic as possible.
We've decided to pick our main living room as our favourite spot in the house. We like to hang out here. There's a few key pieces here also. We've got the turquoise suite here, which came from the American Embassy in Dublin, so who knows what backside bay has sat on that over the years. It's just a great family space to hang out and have fun.
8.
I think the judges might think, wow, because it seems to be a very popular response when people come in.
We call it like the Marmite house, really. It will be either a love or a hate thing.
I don't think I'd change anything. Wouldn't be allowed to change anything.
The judges must now assess the home, armed only with the basic facts about the property and its owners.
It's interesting that in Ireland during the 70s we had a penchant for mock Georgian, just a period I have a difficulty with.
It's really normal. We're in an estate, so I can only imagine what's behind the front door.
Well, let's go and see.
Let's go.
Oh, wow.
I don't think I've ever had that reaction walking into anyone's house before. It was absolutely incredible. It was like stepping back in time.
Fantastic carpet on the staircase.
Wow, I can't wait to see what's in the rest of the house.
Let's go.
Fantastic. It's kind of overwhelming, isn't it, when you walk in, but it's just extraordinary.
I love it. I just think it's an absolute hoot.
Floor tiles are just...
Amazing.
Oh, I just love it.
This is an English Rose kitchen, which is a very famous brand.
It's actually really cool about the kitchen as well, is that it's got some really nice, clever details. Like this angle drawer, for example, means you can have a big, wide worktop, but you have a little bit more space on the ground to work around the kitchen. Really clever idea.
If it was slapdash and sloppy and the finish wasn't perfect, it would really fall down. But the fact that everything has been executed with real perfection really makes it work. Woo!
Look, weighing scales. How clever is that? Are you okay, Hugh?
Yes, I'm grand. I'm just.
Are you overwhelmed?
I'm just overwhelmed by it all, and I think it's amazing it's somebody's house. I find it quite emotional because it brought back memories of my parents who are both dead, and I just thought it was extraordinary how I felt. What I love is like this piece because that's my mother.
I think this is interesting as well, is because we have a modern fridge and a dishwasher.
Which you have to have.
But you couldn't just have your two modern appliances. You had to put your 70s fabric over it.
Great room.
Wow. Fantastic. Their favourite spot.
It's easy to see why when you come into here, great big volume. This is obviously where the family kind of all must come in and sit down.
What a great couch.
Big sofa. Oh, it's really cozy.
Got a lovely 1970s computer, which says, "Hope you like Marmite." Do you think that's a message for us?
As in, you'll either love it or hate it.
Yeah.
What's great about these big sliding doors is it enables you to break the space up and use it in different ways. It can be open plan and they can close it and separate the rooms. What I really love is that if you pull the style out of this space, it still functions really well. This is actually the extension. You know, they have extended this house. The kitchen, this open plan area, and the mezzanine level is all an extension to the original footprint of the house.
Yeah, they've actually sacrificed an upper level in order to get this openness, which I just think makes this space wow. Kind of disappointing.
Yes, well, that's not what we expected, is
No,
it?
this is not what I was expecting at all.
The owners have made such a bold statement everywhere else in the house. When you come in here, it hasn't been followed through, and I'm disappointed by that. God, look at that bed.
We used to have that duvet cover in my house in brown.
These people just love collecting pieces.
Yeah.
I can't help feeling that I'm in a bit of a Hollywood movie set. It's kind of beginning to wear me down a little bit. I mean, I love it. It's been done really, really well, but I just wonder how long you could spend here.
From my point of view, it's just all a bit much. And I think that a little bit more restraint would have been great here.
It ticks a lot of boxes of what I'm looking for, which is uniqueness and individuality and personality. That's what I'm looking for in this competition.
Having had an experience which is like a cacophony of colour and bits and pieces, I just need to have a little nap.
They must now individually score the home out of 10. They won't know what their fellow judges have awarded until they've seen all 3 homes, when their combined scores will be revealed.
This house was a nostalgic trip to a different era, all hidden behind an unassuming front elevation. The owners are all about quality and have assembled a really amazing and unique family home, bursting with personality. I'm not sure if I could live here because it's not for everyone, but I certainly enjoyed visiting. I'm going to give it an 8.
I love the surprise of entering this home and my reaction to the decor, which brought me back to happy and emotional time of my childhood. While I loved it, on reflection, I found it a bit overwhelming at times. I give it a 7.
There's an amazing commitment to personal style. They've taken something quite normal and made it exceptional. It clearly functions as a family home, and I couldn't help but feel the love.
Next, we're off to Wicklow, where Jean McSherry lives with her partner Mark. Set aside a river, the home is a haven for nature, something that's close to Jean's heart.
I bought the cottage in 2005. I was totally transfixed by the actual location. Shortly after I bought this cottage, I collapsed. I was diagnosed with advanced cancer and I was given a very poor prognosis. And I decided that if I wasn't going to live that time, I was going to create something that was so beautiful, that would leave a beautiful mark behind me. What started as a renovation and extension ended up as a new build. It was very important to me that the cottage and the layout and the colours and the texture blended with the Wicklow landscape. This is one of the most relaxing rooms in the cottage. There's lots of books here to read and lots of lovely sofas to relax on.
And I love to do the fire when it's cold, get the room cosy for the evening.
I call this the cuddle room. I didn't want it to feel like a museum where you walk in and you're ready to sit down on the sofa. This is my favourite spot in the whole cottage, because when I wake up in the morning and look out the window, to me, this is heaven on earth.
Jean's an amazing woman to achieve what she has. It's not an easy task taking on a build of a house. She's got it spot on, 10 out of 10.
I'm very fortunate to have found and to have created such a beautiful place.
These two amazing trees are like a gateway,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Isn't it amazing to see a new build as a waterside cottage, beautiful stonework, lovely cut granite on the corner, and fantastic entrance door?
I think it's just enchanting.
Shall we go in?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Wow.
What a fantastic space.
this is country living, but what I actually like is that it's open plan as well.
There's a real eye for where things go. Lovely collection of plates. They're just fantastic.
I think it's really light and airy and fresh and clean. And I love that they have different tones of the same palette, picking out details like the doors are a slightly deeper shade. I think the palette is really nice.
This is a great room.
Wow, it's lovely to have windows on three sides overlooking the river.
What's great about this side of the open plan space is we're on the lower level here. They've changed the floor finish as well to wide timber, which really reinforces this feeling like another room.
When I come in here, I have these great bay windows bringing me out to look into the space. Yet all the furniture, instead of looking at that view, I'm actually sitting here looking back.
We have about 10 or 12 different styles of cushion. There's just way too much going on. It's like Coco Chanel said, you know, before you leave the house, look in the mirror and take off one accessory. You should do the same thing in your house, especially if you're going for that country cottage look, which has a danger of becoming cluttered. Stand back, take a look. Maybe you need to take some items out. Oh, it's a real sun trap.
It's only when you come out here that you really appreciate that river, the dense forestry that we're in. What I love as well is that this is a covered veranda, so other rooms in the house open up onto it. I mean, do you imagine what this place would be like at night? It is a sacred garden. I think it's amazing.
Lovely, cozy sitting room. Got the great view again with the doors out to the veranda, which is fantastic.
Loads of throws in this room, loads of colour, loads of different textures. I think it really works. I quite like it.
Yeah, I think it's much more successful in here. I mean, you do have a lot of throws and colours and cushions, but this is a really warm, cozy space. It's a much smaller space. The other room is a sunroom. I think it should feel lighter and brighter.
Yeah.
I think it's much better in here.
What a lovely bedroom. I just love the proportion and the simplicity, just a white here, and I'm relying on the furniture to give that colour.
And there's the favourite spot. I can just imagine sitting out there having my breakfast.
In terms of style, it's very consistent with what we've seen. I mean, this is kind of exactly what I was expecting.
Is it enough that it's consistent?
Consistency is an important issue that we should be looking at. When we see it across a house, top to bottom, it's generally a good thing.
I think this house has much more than consistency. It has authenticity. And that comes through in the outside and, more importantly, in the inside of this house.
The owners have created a perfect, idyllic country cottage with a consistent style throughout, and they've done that with honesty and integrity. But what I'm happiest about is that architecturally they've got the layout spot on. I'm giving it an 8.
I loved walking in and the feeling of openness and airiness, a beautiful, bright, welcoming space. It's clear the owners love living here and really embrace country life, and I really respect that. I would have liked an added layer of some contemporary pieces. I'm giving this house a 7.
The owner's interpretation and attention to detail in the construction of this riverside cottage is just amazing. I love going inside, the colour palette, and I love the personal effects of this house, which gave it a real sense of being a great home.
The third home is a surprising conversion in County Galway. In 2005, Chris Deacon and Orla McCluskey bought a deconsecrated church and embarked on an ambitious renovation project.
We do both have a passion for old buildings, but it's not a very sensible interest to have.
So when we bought it, it was what you'd call derelict. The inside, it was just dead crows and rubble. That's all we had.
Renovating it was effectively like building a brand new house, except you had the constraints of 4 walls and the fact that the building was listed.
It's new everything really, apart from
The 4 walls.
The 4 walls, yeah. And that was one of the conditions as well, that everything you did has to be reversible.
You come to this building in 100 years and you can tell when the changes were made. The idea behind the double house bit was that, you know, the building would retain that feeling of being a church.
One of the big advantages of living in a church is that you've got your own private tower. So it's a small room, but there's 4 big windows. It's nice and bright, and it's a lovely place to come and get away from it all. I remember one guy delivering a washing machine and a dryer, I think, and he was completely spooked by the fact that somebody was going to live in a church with a graveyard out the back.
This is it. I think we have a church conversion.
This will be interesting because I think they can be very tricky spaces.
It's a lovely little building placed on top of the hill. And what's even nicer is you have your own graveyard.
What more do you want?
Lovely
nice.
colours and tones, really welcoming.
Wow, I love the light fittings. Aren't they fabulous up into the space? It's a lovely feeling in the room, isn't there? Sometimes church conversions can feel very cold, but this has kind of a cosy feeling to it, doesn't it?
These buildings were never designed to be lived in, so you're really taking on a challenge right from the outset.
Because you have obviously this one big space, and the challenge is how do you introduce other rooms into that? I think they've done it very well with the mezzanine because while it's in the space, it doesn't interfere with the nice big volume. That feels like a different space. But what's great is that they're all interconnected.
They could have put a wall there and made it 2 separate spaces, which wouldn't have worked as well. And I think the way that they have resolved this and left it open so that you're pulling all of this volume into that space actually works really, really well. If I was really going to nitpick, I would say I do wish that all of the artwork wasn't of their dogs. It's a very dominant theme of dogs.
They're on 4, 5, 6 walls. I think they are kind of dominating the space. It's a bit too much for me.
I think it's great. I think their personality comes out and their love of their animals. Paintings are terrific.
They're beautiful paintings. But my issue is that we have a dog and we have a dog and we have a dog and there is nothing else.
It's kind of reached the saturation point when there's so many of them.
I totally disagree with both of you because I actually think it's exceptionally restrained. And we have the favourite spot in the house.
This great big sofa.
I love the openness of the fireplace.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic. I love it. I love that you can see all the way through to what looks like the kitchen.
It's great.
Wow.
Cozy.
Lovely kitchen.
In terms of its layout and its function, you know, it's probably exactly how I would have done it. I'm really pleased that it's in keeping with the style of everything else and they haven't gone too contemporary. It is a small kitchen, but it sits very comfortably in the space. It doesn't dominate the room.
I love what they've done there, actually, where they've sloped the ceiling up so that to the natural break in the window rather than cutting the window off at an awkward point.
The old saying, less is more. And that's what this restoration is about. It's understanding what they were about in doing the restoration and carrying it out absolutely flawlessly.
Wow. Imagine having a tower in your home. It's
I know.
fantastic.
What is it? A couple of meters each way. So the fact that they've just used it, they've put some window seats in, it's a lookout point you'd see everywhere, you know, it's cool.
Now we're on the balcony. I'm disappointed with this space, particularly from downstairs when you look up here. What is the purpose of this, having put it in?
Just when I wanted to see a big kind of cozy chair, something to swallow you up and have a book and enjoy the space, we haven't got that. It doesn't really look used.
I think the function of this space is just that it's the bird's eye view. You're up in the volume. I love the lights and the fact that they've brought in some contemporary pieces, and I think that is fantastic.
It's interesting from up here. What this shows is the space is quite bare.
It looks like it needs something else to bring it to life.
Master bedroom.
One of the issues with the conversion is the windows. And you do have this issue that the windows end up being low within the bedroom. However, they've introduced the roof lights, so you do get in the natural light coming in. I think that the tone in this room is very nice.
I'm just a little bit disappointed in this room. There's lots of different pieces. None of it really bears any relationship with each other. It's all just kind of been placed.
But in the overall context, you have to admire these people for taking on the restoration of a church.
Absolutely.
And the way they've handled it and done it, I think, is really, really terrific.
I agree that the way that they've handled the restoration is fantastic. But for me, there are just some elements of the decor that I feel could have been handled maybe a bit better. The homeowners have done a great job with this restoration project, and there are lots of really thoughtful details throughout. However, I would have liked to have seen the bravery that they applied to the restoration carried through into the interior of the home. I'm giving this home a 7.
I'm in awe of the owners' commitment to the restoration and conversion of this 19th century church into a unique home. My only reservation was around the furniture because it was a bit minimalist. I give this home an 8.
Church conversions are notoriously difficult projects. The owners here will have faced huge challenges in doing this, so its success is a real testament to their hard work, their commitment, but ultimately their vision, which was to fall in love with this old church and bring it back to life as their home.
Now that the judges have viewed all 3 homes, it's time to see how they measure up against each other. First, the suburban semi-D, where Helen held back her score.
So this house just had oodles of personality, and I really, really loved this home, and I gave it a 9.
Wow.
It really is a big score.
Yeah, but I just thought it was fantastic. A 9, an 8, and a 7 is a total of 24.
Next, Hugh reveals what he gave the River Cottage.
The attention to detail to create a riverside cottage in this location was just amazing. I gave it an 8.
Same as me, an 8.
2 8s and a 7 is a total score of 23.
It's a good score, but I would have hoped for something a bit better.
I think taking the whole house into consideration, it's a fair score.
But we now have a lead.
We do.
And finally, Declan reveals what he gave the renovated church.
These are hugely difficult projects to take on, loads of challenges for the homeowners, but I think they resolved it really well. I thought it was a magical little place, and I gave it an 8.
7 and an 8 and an 8 is a total score of 23. We have our winner. I'm delighted. The 70s house. When you went inside, it was just a wonderland and so much personality and commitment. I'm really delighted this house is in the final. Kind of feel like I have one up in the boys this week with my favourite house through to the final.
Helen's a bit smug, but don't worry, I'll get her back.
So the 4th home through to the final is our semi-detached home in Kildare. Next week, the search continues for Home of the Year. What makes a house a home? Over the next 8 weeks, 21 homes bursting with style and character will compete to be crowned Home of the Year. Each week, 3 homeowners open their doors to our expert judges, who must decide which one should go through to the final. Interior design legend Hugh Wallace has more than 30 years' experience in high-end design.
But what we're looking for in this competition is functionality, individuality, and clever design. I think there's a lovely feel to this space.
It's a real surprise as well.
Award-winning architect Declan O'Donnell is looking for homes designed for living.
Homes really need to function for the homeowner, because if they don't, it's just style over substance. For me, it's just lacking a little bit of character. I think it's a little bit safe.
Maybe this blue.
Helen James, textiles and homeware designer, has a passion for individuality.
This is home of the year. We're judging the entire home. I want to see good design decision throughout the entire home. Wow. It just ticks a lot of boxes.
But there can only be one winner. This is Home of the Year. This week, the judges will see 3 very different homes along the southwest coast. Looking for functionality, individuality and clever design, the judges will each score the homes out of 10. The home with the highest score will go through to the final at the end of the series. First, an unassuming bungalow with a surprising interior. Mo McGovern is a brand designer, and husband Vinny owns and runs the Odd Job company in the local area. The couple decided to make the move from London to West Cork 5 years ago to be with their extended families. They bought a rundown bungalow and set to work on putting their own unique stamp on their new home.
It was a standard type bungalow, very basic, but very well built.
Apart from being really well built, it was really, really dark. And then Vinny said, you know, you've got to see the roof space, it's amazing. We can just open it all up. And that's what we did. It was about just take out all of the walls, the doors, the boundaries, and just let it as one big space so we can have some fun in it.
I love colour, hence the jumper.
We started with the staircase, and then it was the bathroom, then it was the bedroom. So, yeah, pops of colour.
This is a complete immersion of Vinny and I. It's a little bit cluttered, but it's full of all of us and our stories from over the years.
You can't underestimate the feel-good factor that a home can give you, like a beautiful house that's filled with your stuff.
So this is Vinny and our favourite spot. We spend our Sundays cuddled up on the sofa here in front of the fire. When the sun goes down, you get a lovely sparkling of stars. So yeah, I'd say this is our favourite spot.
Highlighting their favourite spot is the homeowner's only chance to communicate with the judges.
Scary thoughts about what the judge will think. It's our interpretation of a happy home.
Hopefully they'll understand that it hasn't been put together, as it were, and it's just kind of grown into what it is.
What a great location.
Stunning.
The judges must now assess the renovated bungalow, armed only with the basic facts of the property and its owners.
It's a traditional looking bungalow from the outside. The mixture of materials actually on the elevation, you know, so it's a mixture of stone and plaster, render.
Which gives a nice contrast.
It does, yeah. Looks great. Shall we go in?
Yes. Oh, wow. What fun.
It's bright.
Yeah, it's great.
Surprising, actually, the height in here, because it looked like a traditional bungalow from the outside, but
They've removed the ceiling here. You have this lovely gallery over the top. So the sense of space in here is like nothing you would expect from the outside.
I just think the room has great personality, and these people have a great design sense. I like the collection of furniture, and I think the colours are great.
Because there are a lot of colours, but they've repeated the same colour again and again throughout the space, so it all works together.
I really love this bookcase, actually. It's a very clever use of the space that they had. It's an awkward space to try and fill, but they've just filled it full of fun stuff.
Here we have their favourite spot.
Ah.
So you got the fireplace
Fabulous.
and the view.
It's incredible, that view, isn't it?
There's no one.
Oh.
The only thing I would say is the central frame that's there is, it's kind of in the way. 2 big square windows there, I think, would have really improved it because it would have given you that uninterrupted view. At the minute, it's kind of in the way.
It cuts right through the view, doesn't it? What a fantastic kitchen. Great island. Isn't that polished concrete?
Yeah. Big, chunky.
Just great.
Slab.
Look at the detail of the light with the knives and forks. Isn't that fun?
It's a really good example of how open plan living
works because it's not confused, it's very considered. Because you have the clearly defined living space over there. That is a dining space that is clearly marked out that way, and this is a kitchen, which hinges the whole thing together. When you do it right, this is what everybody wants.
We have dark grout, which I really don't like.
I actually do like the dark grout. I think it really defines the tile.
Just looks dirty.
I think it's retro, and I think probably that's where the trend came from an underground, a dirty underground.
But I don't want my kitchen looking like a dirty underground.
It's a bit cluttered for me. It's quite full on.
I just love all the details, like Mickey Mouse on the plate. They've put so much personality into it.
It is pretty cool, but for me, I think it's a little cluttered. It feels a bit like a shop.
That's what Home of the Year is about, seeing people's stuff.
Is it a bit
that
mad?
they use.
I love having personal items out there. I think it's really important, but I think they have to work in the space as well. It's not enough just to have them all out there.
Oh, wow. He's a statement. Great space.
It's cool to actually get up here and have a look back, isn't it?
Yeah. This is the cozy TV nook.
This is a lovely space.
Yeah. Bedrooms should be a sanctuary. I would like to see the design aesthetic has been carried all the way through and that the bedroom is not forgotten.
I just think this room doesn't work. You know, I think this piece is too heavy.
It's very odd because the rest of the house works so well.
It's the colour of the wall. While it's dark and very dramatic, I think the colour is actually throwing the room off. You pull the blue out of those walls, I think you have a different room.
I think it comes back to the fun in the other room doesn't translate.
Yeah, I'd agree. This I like very much.
Yeah, because it's dark, but you've got the sense of humour. What do you think of it, Hugh?
I think this room is really crisp in terms of the tiles, the shower, the vanity unit. I just don't like this piece of furniture. I don't like the mirror.
I just don't understand why you don't like the mirror so much.
Well, I don't like the contrast in colour. And secondly, I don't like the shape of the mirror.
If you just had a square mirror there that was a functional white framed mirror, then you have no personality. I think that mirror adds personality. Where Hugh and I differ is I think he's more classic and I'm more contemporary.
There we disagree again.
They must now individually score the home out of 10. They won't know what their fellow judges have awarded until they've seen all 3 homes, when all of their scores will be revealed.
This is a great location and terrific views. The house is so normal when you arrive up to it, but when you come in, it's such a surprise. The way these people have collected terrific bits and pieces and put it all together. However, it's a house of 2 halves, great living spaces, disappointing bedrooms and bathrooms. I give this home a 7.
I love the sense of humour and whimsy in this house. They've used colour very effectively and have fantastic pieces everywhere, and so have managed to make a large open space feel very warm and cosy. I think this house deserves an 8.
The open plan areas and double height space really make this house. It's bright, fun and intelligent. In terms of style, it starts off so well, but for me, it then loses its way a little. It becomes less considered and slightly cluttered in places.
Next, we're off to a striking split-level home set into the West Cork landscape. Retired couple Ita Malloy and Andrew Harvey live in a house designed by Ita's son, Don Ponighouse.
Andrew and I had holidayed here for a number of years. Then the opportunity arose when my son Don became an architect. He was very happy to design and build a house here for us. One of the main design criteria was that it would be a passive house and that it would also fit into the landscape.
It's a beautiful home to live in. It's wonderful space. The airiness of this space that we're sitting in at the moment is just a joy.
When Dawn, our son and architect, was designing our library to accommodate all our books, he created secret doors that take us from the public world into the private world. This is an attempt to make a concrete beautiful, which gives a wonderful feel of harmony and nature to the room. We have many favourite places within the house, but our most favourite place of all is here, where everything comes together with the library at our back, the mountains here, the sea and Bear Island, bringing it all together. There is wonderful sound here. To lie back and listen to Rachmaninoff's concerto, it is just amazing.
Looks like a hay barn.
Very modern hay barn.
Yeah, but it looks terrific.
For something that is so bold and it's up there, it's elevated, it's actually the perfect shape. So whoever has designed this has thought very carefully about what they were doing.
The use of slate and the form of the building is just terrific. It sits so comfortably in the landscape.
Wow, what a great space. Really calm. There's something so peaceful about it.
The volume that's here, now that we're in it, is actually really impressive. We've got that huge picture window. It's breathtaking. You can't underestimate how important natural light is. What's great about this house is that they do it so well.
I just think for Declan, it's all about the windows.
These huge, big picture windows face east, so we have the morning sun coming in. Everything about glazing gets me excited, if I'm totally honest with you.
The windows are all triple glazed. There's no radiators here, so I think this is a passive house.
The thickness of the walls here, certainly the concrete wall running through the middle of the house, which is like effectively acts as a big storage heater. So that gets warm and it just permeates heat all day.
So no heating bills?
No heating bills,
Nice.
Here we have their favourite spot.
Ah.
Easy to see why.
Yes, you can really see the whole space from here, and this amazing bookcase. And I love the fact that it's not really precious. You know, it's a used bookcase. It's lived in.
I think I love this detail.
Oh,
Secret
isn't
door
that fantastic?
into the rest of the house.
Oh, that's amazing. And it's that kind of detail that I think is really important in this competition.
It's the execution of good detailing is absolutely critical to a home.
Now we're down here, we're actually seeing how beautifully detailed the staircase is. You can see that it's completely cantilevered off one side. It's floating down this side, so it really kind of disappears. It becomes part of the bookshelf itself.
Shall we go into the kitchen?
Yeah. The first criteria for a kitchen is, does it function well as a kitchen? The second criteria for a kitchen is it beautiful?
I like the kitchen. I love the Belfast sink. And I love the glass as the backdrop. And I love the orange.
Big splash of colour works very well.
But I think it's great in the space because it's the only piece of colour in this room. Declan, I think we have another door.
We do.
Ah.
Oh, it's this way.
Ah, through to the bedroom.
Oh.
Wow. Look at that.
Isn't this
Isn't
just
that
fantastic?
wonderful? I love the way they've put the bamboo inset in there. You've got the leaves up here, the grass down here, and then when you get to the shower, you've actually got shells inset into the concrete.
Love the bath being in the bedroom space.
For me, I think this is a wow as a space, but in terms of functionality, I prefer bathrooms to be private.
Well, I don't agree, Helen. I actually just love the idea of the bath there for two people. I think it's about romance and love.
Do we really want to have our bath in the bedroom? Maybe Hugh is a bit more open than I am, but I personally like a door.
If I was to criticise, I just think the floor finishes is odd because the way they've changed the floor.
Yeah.
I just don't like that.
For me, some of the details, I mean, the lighting, I can't understand how that happened while this was going on because the attention to detail and the fit out and the spec in the bathroom is so high.
I think the problem is that the house is so perfect that when something is wrong, it just looks really wrong.
Absolutely.
Now it's time for the judges to score the home. As before, one judge's score will be held back until they've seen all three homes.
This house, to me, is what real architecture is all about. It's a beacon in many ways, not just because it sits on an elevated site, but because of what it stands for. It's kind to the environment, and they have sacrificed nothing in achieving that. This is a special house. I'm giving it a 9.
This is a very harmonious house, both inside and out. There's wonderful attention to detail, and I love that. I felt protected against the elements. The owners have achieved a real sense of calm. I am very impressed. I'm giving this house a 9.
I love the interior design. I think the detail is terrific. The hidden door, the bathroom, that splashback in the kitchen. The architectural form of this house is like a great hay barn. And the use of materials and the way it's grounded into the environment is just fantastic.
In 2012, planning consultant Leon Whelton and his wife Lorraine bought their family home in West Cork. Leon's goal was to reimagine the original farmhouse while embarking on an ambitious modern extension.
We just fell in love with the old farmhouse. We just loved it, and there was a big field up the back for the kids to play in, and we said, this is the place for us. I was able to look at this property and see the vision.
With the farmhouse, we wanted to keep it as traditional as possible, and then the extension is completely different.
That distinction is very important to us.
So this is the original first floor of the old farmhouse, and there was 3 bedrooms here, and we turned it into our space and our bedroom, where we have a bit of peace and quiet from the kids, but we love our kids, but a bit of peace and quiet.
This family room is the heart of our home. Everything happens in this room, so I suppose this room had to be designed in such a way that would meet all of our needs.
So this is our favourite spot in the whole house, really. We really, really love it here. You have the dining area, you have the living area, you have the kitchen area. It's the heart of the home, really. We really love it. It's just brilliant for our family.
And it really was a special thing. Not every designer gets the opportunity to design something for their family.
What I like about these drives is you get a sneak preview of the house rather than the whole house. We are slightly voyeuristic, and we like to see how other people live, to see homes that inspire us. I want to go into a home and be impressed.
I actually like the way they've done it because they've preserved and maintained that original building, and the new part of the building is expressed as something completely different.
It's a real contrast between the old and the new as opposed to a pastiche.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the way to do it.
Nice big family room.
Terrific, great kitchen.
Great countertops.
And fantastic view. What I really like about here is the windows, but also the fact that they go right up to the ceiling, which gets that drama and the sense of scale and light coming in.
So here's the favourite spot.
Aha! I think we're getting a real idea of how they use this space. The kids run in and out of here on a good day. It's got a great big garden. I think that's what this is all about.
I think this space clearly functions really well for a family. The furniture is a little bit plain. I think they could have put a bit more personality into this room.
I think it's a little bit plain in places, but again, it's a family room.
All I'm getting is family. I'm actually not really getting a sense of personality. I'm just getting a sense that a family live here. And for me, personality is going to go a long way. Now, this is actually a great idea. You've got a little room off your living space. You can just throw all the kids' toys in here at the end of the day. The little boy in you is coming out.
It's coming out. Declan. It's coming out to play. Sorry, Helen.
Young Declan couldn't stay away from the tractors and trailers in the toy room.
I love the colour.
I love this wall.
Isn't that great?
Isn't that fantastic with all the kids' artwork on it? It's made kids' artwork into a real feature, which is really nice.
This is a really well-designed kitchen. This is a lovely detail where the countertop, the upstand and the windowsill are all in the same material. Really crisp.
I just really like this chair. I love the texture of that wicker with the stone wall outside. I think it really works.
And I think what really works is this transition internally between the old house and the new. I think this is a lovely space. I love the colours.
Yeah, I agree. Lovely palette. Because it's neutral, but it has life. You've got lots of hues of the same colours. They all sit together really well.
What a lovely room.
Ah, the master bedroom.
What's really nice is the way they've opened this up. There would have been a number of rooms here and the staircase, and they've now made it into their master bedroom.
I'm not really loving any of the furniture in this room. To me, it looks a little bit flat pack.
Thank goodness for flat packs. I love them.
For me, it's just lacking a little bit of character. I think it's a little bit safe.
I just think you're being a bit harsh. I think it's very practical, usable. I like this piece because it reminds me of an old chest of drawers.
But I would have rather it actually be an old chest of drawers, painted gloss white.
I was surprised at Hugh in the master bedroom. I thought he was a bit more verve and a bit more romance and flamboyance in the bedroom. That's what we've seen so far. It was quite a calm and neutral space, so I have a lot to learn about him still.
What I really don't like in this room is the mirror.
Yeah, I'm not mad about the mirror.
Thank God we agree. I love the kitchen and the colour scheme and the warmth of this house. The entrance hall acts as a link between the old and new, and sometimes that can be very difficult to handle, but in this house, they've really cracked it. I give this home an 8.
This house is all about family, and it's obvious that the owners have put that at the very core when renovating and extending it. Architecturally, the layout and design really work because it's simple. Ultimately, a house is about living, and the owners here have put so much thought into how they were going to live in this house, and I really like that. I'm giving it an 8.
This is a great home with lots of very clever solutions to family living, and I really admire that. However, the competition is tough, and I'm looking for something really unique, and at times I found the interior decoration of this home a little disappointing.
Now that the judges have visited all 3 homes, it's time to see how they measure up against each other. First, the renovated bungalow, where Declan held back his score.
This was all about the element of surprise for me. When you came in, those ceilings that were raised up, this was a great example of open plan living really working well. But for me, a bit cluttered in places, actually a bit mad in places. I actually give this house a 7.
I would have hoped for a little higher. I gave it an 8, 7 and a 7, total score of 22.
Next, Hugh reveals what he gave the architectural split-level home.
Design here is crisp, modern, and sits in a traditional landscape. I give this home a 10.
Wow!
10?
Yeah.
Doesn't get any better than that.
2 9s and a 10. That's 28.
And finally, Helen reveals her score for the modernised farmhouse.
I gave this house a 7.
I think when you were going around, you could feel that from you.
An 8, an 8 and a 7. That gives a total score of 23.
So the second home through to the final is the split-level home in West Cork.
We have a very clear winner.
We do.
28 points. I'm delighted that this house won.
I gave it the highest score. It deserved it. Lovely piece of crisp architecture. Terrific.
It's really earned its place in the final.
Next week, the judges visit 3 more homes as the search continues for Home of the Year. What makes a house a home? Over 8 weeks, 21 homes bursting with style and character are competing to be crowned Home of the Year. In the series so far, the judges have travelled the country, finding extraordinary homes worthy of a place in the final. Making the tough decisions are interior design legend Hugh Wallace, architect Declan O'Donnell, and textiles and homeware designer Helen James.
We are looking for homes that have a real sense of a personal stamp.
I hate blandness. We should be controversial, make a statement about who we are.
I think if the layout of a space doesn't work, you can really feel it. Good design is all about a house that works.
Tonight, the judges will visit 3 more unique homes. Scoring them based on functionality, individuality and clever design, the home with the highest marks will earn a place in the final. But there can only be one winner. This is Home of the Year. First to Dublin. Architects John and Francesca Ryan transformed their 1930s house into a modern family home where they live with their children, Seamus and Oliver.
When we bought the house, the layout was all over the place. There was offices downstairs and an apartment upstairs. The stairs to the apartment was kind of all in an odd position, so it needed a complete rethink.
We really wanted an open plan living space at the back, looking onto the garden with lots of light, big windows. The extension itself is actually really, really small.
We're modern architects, and in the extension of the work we did to the house, we wanted it to reflect that and to be part of the character of what we did.
We liked the idea that the room at the front was more of a cosy room. We just felt the dark colour really worked in there, and it's quite nice when you walk into the house, you kind of come through from the dark and then you see from the hall door you can see the bright. We always like to have a view right through the house. This is our favourite spot. I love eating my breakfast here, looking out at the garden that we've created through the big windows. It's a great space to hang out.
We really love living in this house.
Yes, we do really love living in this house.
The judges must now assess the home, armed only with the basic facts about the property and its owners.
Wow. What a beautiful, big, bright, airy space.
I love the size of it and the contemporary feel of the room. It's just terrific.
And I love that it's a very neutral palette on all the walls, but the artwork is really bringing in all that colour. And they've actually tied that into the textiles, which is very clever, which makes the whole room really work together.
The layout is spot on. It's effortless how you interconnect and move around the different spaces. And when you get that right, you really feel it.
And Declan, we've got your big windows.
I know I have a running obsession with windows, but that's a premium investment. And you can see the benefit of when you put it in, because when you come into this space, it's just drawing the garden right into the room.
Declan got his big windows, sliding door. I think he might be happy now for a few days. There's lots of reflective surfaces, highly polished countertop, and executed beautifully. I mean, these little details like the mitered corners just is that extra layer of precision.
There is fine detail everywhere in this kitchen, but it's a very clinical kitchen, both how it's laid out with the island over here, everything in one plane over this side. I know I'm an architect, but I have to ask the question, is it a little bit stark?
For me, it's teetering right on the edge. You know, I think the fact that this grey is a very warm grey, it has a lot of green in it, is really helping. What do you think?
I love the connectivity of this space. I just love the interconnection. You have beautiful light fittings. This is about design and the eye. For me, I think I'd be afraid to put my coffee cup down.
I think it's really practical and really functional, so I think it really works.
And here we have the favourite spot.
It's probably the brightest corner of the house, loads of sunlight all day long. And I love that they've actually gotten the artificial lighting right. It's down, it's actually below our own eye level, and that's how you light a dining room table properly. This is a great little space because they've opened it up to the hallway, so the hallway feels big and open. They've made use of it, functional little space for a study. This is a really clever little piece of design.
I love the little detail that you can see right through the bookshelf into the other space.
I think the bookcase works. However, when you look through, you can see that sunlight coming in. And it was a pity that the bookcase isn't at the same angle as the staircase, and this space would have been just so much brighter. The consistency of design detail in a contemporary home is critical. Everything has to work together. The floors, the furniture, the lighting, and that has to be perfect. If it's not, it's flawed.
Wow. I love that this room is in complete contrast to where we've come from. I mean, they've painted the walls this dark charcoal grey and they've really gone for it. And I love that they've carried that through to the shelves and some of the furniture. I think it really works.
Yes, this is a north-facing room. It's never going to get any direct sunlight, but rather than fight against it, they've just embraced it. They've painted it a dark colour.
I just feel when I come into this room, it shrunk. I think that the furniture for me personally doesn't work, and I think it may well work at night. But during the daytime, this isn't somewhere where you're going to be.
I think with the pop of terracotta, it really works. I really like it.
I agree. I think it's a nighttime room.
Actually don't have a problem with the sofa.
Notwithstanding the colour of this room, there's a design ethos and confidence which I think is just lacking in this room.
But you can't disregard the colour because that really is the point of the room.
My issue here is that the detail that was so important to us elsewhere in the house isn't in this room.
Guys, we're going to agree to disagree.
Fair enough.
Let's go.
I think from a functional point of view, it works. I think the duvet cover and the little bit of texture is really nice, and this throw, I just love. The wallpaper, I don't think was necessary in this room.
I think it's a functional bedroom, not getting the same feeling that I was getting downstairs.
I actually think it's just the wallpaper here is so strong.
The secret door.
Into a lovely little ensuite.
Simple, crisp, well detailed, all it has to be.
Yeah, there's nothing superfluous here. It's just really simple, beautifully detailed, a great space.
The home will now be marked out of 10. One score will be held back until the judges have seen all 3 homes, when their combined scores will be revealed.
Clever design is so important to me in this competition, and I've seen real evidence of it being championed in this home. The result is that it feels complete and resolved, which brings a really nice calmness to the space. I'm giving it an 8.
There's a real display of a keen design sense here, with some lovely use of materials that add layers of texture and colour. This is a comfortable, considered and contemporary home. I'm giving it an 8.
The renovation of this Edwardian-style house into a contemporary home shows these owners have a great understanding of good design. However, I feel there were a number of design details which were missed in this home.
Next up, architect Patty O'Neill lives in a thatched cottage in Tipperary. With a passion and flair for historic restorations, her home has become a real labour of love.
I bought the cottage about 2 years ago. Basically, the garden was totally overgrown. Big trees, apple trees, a whole mix, and it was magical. It was the garden and the house, but I knew the house would be a lot of work. So I was a bit scared of the house. Being an architect, for me, the daunting thing wasn't the actual layout. I managed to work that out pretty early on. The daunting thing was the work. My priorities were to get rid of the cement, and the cement was everywhere. We took away approximately 50 to 55 tons of cement. My approach to conservation would be to adapt it to modern life, but be very respectful. All the stonework was repaired and all the floors are replaced with limecrete. So this window we discovered during the restoration works, and within it, on the walls, we discovered that the wallpaper, hand-printed, showing the love and care that would have gone into this home. I feel I've come home now, and I've created this second skin. But I wonder, what happens now when you have such a comfortable home? Does life change? We'll see.
It's great to be back in the Irish countryside.
Isn't it lovely?
What a fantastic view in those rolling hills.
Gorgeous. Isn't that cute?
What a pretty little cottage. Different to the other one we've seen because the stone is exposed, still whitewashed.
There's real unmistakable charm with these cottages, isn't there? Every time I see that thatch, the depth of it and the texture and the detail, it's just so unique.
It looks like a postcard, doesn't it?
Doesn't it just?
Shall we go inside? Wow, what a surprise. I wasn't expecting this. I think it feels quite modern. It almost has a Scandinavian feel to it, doesn't it? Quite simple, and the bold red, the modern paintings. I think it really works.
I just loved that opening and that view down to that other room and all that light coming in. I think the way it's been restored is very respectful.
So great to see that original fireplace still here. It's the guts of 200 years old, you know?
I'm looking for the hooks where my granny used to put the bacon to smoke it. Look, they're there.
Hugh was travelling down memory lane again.
Even the hooks that have been used on the wall to hang your coat on, really simple. I think this homeowner has a great eye.
In a restoration project like this, it is all about the small details because that's where the real character of the building lies.
You can really see where this building and this building have been linked. They've just left it there raw. I think that's a very respectful way of doing it because it still looks like two distinct buildings from the outside, which means the thatch line that goes all the way around the original cottage isn't broken or interrupted.
I just think it's really lovely to have the story of this house exposed like that.
We're all smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, great space.
I love this big picture window.
By actually inserting that huge piece of glass, you're flooding it with natural light. It feels 2-3 times the size. Really effective. You're bringing that outdoor space right in.
I just love this kitchen. I love the fact that it's freestanding. There's no top cabinets, which I think works really well. Very respectful again to the space. This, I think, is actually my favourite kitchen in this competition so far. It's so bright and functional. I just love it.
I'm actually shocked.
Really?
Yeah, because there's some elements of this kitchen I don't like. I don't like the fact there's no splashback. I think that the openness under the kitchen visually is correct, but from dirt flying under it, it's just very difficult to clean.
You just get a brush under the cabinets for the buckets of dirt, and you have a little lip there on your countertop so nothing falls over. I think it's really functional.
I'm not sure when the last time you had a sweeping brush in your hand, Hugh, but in terms of respecting the building that's here, I think they've hit a nice balance here of respecting what's here, but still putting in a kitchen that is actually really cool as well.
Oh, here we have the favourite spot. What a lovely place to sit. Somebody pass me my needlepoint.
Because of the evening sun, you get that elongated view down to the lake and the hills. It shows you how successful this big window is in this space. You know we love our secret doors.
I know.
Charming little room, isn't it?
Yeah.
The immediate thing that hits you is that there's a completely different feeling because of the colour.
Yeah, I love the blue, and I love the little detail that they've carried that blue through to that little nook there. That's really clever and creative. It almost looks like it's lit up.
Looks like ice, actually.
Yeah, it does.
I just love some rugs on the floor. I just question, you know, whether you get out of bed in the morning, the functionality of being this floor. I'd love something softer under my foot.
I could have brought one of those sheepskin rugs in there to protect Hugh's delicate little feet.
I can't help myself. I like my creature comforts. I love this yellow. The fact that she's kept the wallpaper is just terrific. I think that's so sympathetic in what's going on here.
What really stood out for me in this home is the owners have respected the original details and are proud to show the history here. They have also managed to make it feel really modern, bringing it right up into the 21st century through their use of furniture and accessories. I'm giving it a 9.
The authenticity of the materials and the modesty in the decor and furniture is so in keeping with the aesthetics of these cottages. I really loved it. I give this home an 8.
This house is a love story between two old buildings and how they've come together. If you live in a cottage like this, you have to understand it and respect it and allow it to lead you in the design decisions that you make. The owner here has done that, and when they have made changes, they've done so in a really sympathetic way, and that makes it a beautiful restoration.
The third home is on the south coast of Dublin. Art school graduate Sarah Tompkin has created a unique, colourful family home.
I live in the house with my 4 male children and my husband, and I had to have some femininity around the place, and I decided to paint the outside of the house pink, and we called it the Pink House, and the children were furious. And my husband particularly would have preferred everything to be beige, and we tend to have to wait till he goes away before we start doing things in the house. He's been nice about all of it except for the pool table. One year I painted his pool table pink and put some flowers on it. He hasn't played pool since. He never forgave me for that one, but the rest of it he's forgiven me for. I find colour very joyous, and I love to put 2 colours beside each other because then they tend to sing with each other. There is not one single bit of white anywhere in this house. That's the rule, and I try not to match things. I'm really glad that we're in this competition because I think it gives you an alternative to the kind of design-conscious, you know, high-end architecty white spaces that one tends to see a lot. And the whole point of this house is it's just about fun.
This is our favourite spot in the house. Because we swing on the swing and then we go over the table and bang into all the chairs. We really annoy our mum Sarah.
I think the kids really enjoy the house. I mean, I found them occasionally, and they'll kill me for saying this, giving their friends a tour.
Robert, my friend, actually describes it as the perfect house to flake in.
I come up here to escape all the boys, and I light the stove, curl up on the sofa and look out at the view. I don't think this house is going to be particularly popular with the judges because it breaks a lot of rules, and in some places it doesn't work, and who cares? I mean, I like it. It's not about a look. It's about enjoying it.
What a great location down a leafy lane.
The pink house.
Isn't that fun?
It's a cute little bungalow.
Yeah.
Shall we go in?
Oh, wow.
Real holiday feel to this, isn't it? I just love the timber ceiling.
I said it was a small bungalow from the outside, but huge room, great big kitchen, perfectly laid out. And this big dining room table, easily going to fit 12 people at any given time with tons of colour, tons of personality. I was not expecting this.
There's so much to take in, actually, isn't there? Your eyes are just soaking it all up.
It's sort of a cacophony of colour.
Isn't it?
It's just wonderful. You've all this different furniture and colour and texture. It's just terrific. And not only that, but it's their favourite spot.
That is so much fun. I'm definitely going for a swing.
Yeah. And you get there now, Helen.
Do you want to push?
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay. Woo! Oh, wow. Oh, what a great kitchen space. Love the pink agate.
Isn't it just terrific? I just love these tiles. That aquamarine, they're all hand-painted. And it's that feel that comes through this house, that it's very casual, but it's thought about. So that's a thread that takes us on our journey through this house.
I have to say, I think the roof lights are doing a really important job in terms of lighting the kitchen, because otherwise I think the kitchen would have been actually quite a dark space. So I think that's working really well. However, there is a very small window there. There's an opportunity there with an amazing sea view, and we don't have it. And for me, that's an opportunity missed.
It's no surprise that Declan found the only small window in the space.
The window is fine because it's like a vignette. It's not everything. I can see everything from here.
But it would have been nice while you were cooking to be able to look out and see that incredible view.
I've loads of views of the sea, Helen, from here. And in fact, what I actually want to do when I'm cooking is I want to concentrate on the cooking.
See, I'm a woman, so I can multitask and I can actually cook and take in the view at the same time.
No, I'm not sure, but I think this might be a kid's room.
You could be right. What a fantastic playroom, that great pool table, the boat here. Really works for the kids. And I just love the hairy light.
I love that they've really taken the kids into consideration. It just really feels like a home. Give it a go.
Will I take it?
Come on.
Go on then. Oh, it swings.
Woo!
All right. Oh.
I don't understand why more people don't use colour in their homes. It's such an easy thing to do, and it can really change a space. It can open it up, it can lift your mood, and it can really create impact.
I felt very comfortable and happy in this home because of the way they'd used colour. It's all just joyous, actually. What an amazing room. Gosh.
And 2 disco balls.
This is really party central beach. For me, actually, this is the best family home in terms of the style and everything that I've seen in the competition.
While I've enjoyed the style so far, I think my only point is, and it might be a personal thing for me in terms of my own style, but now I'm just finding it a little bit much.
I think it's a smaller space and I just think there's too much in it.
I just think you're both wrong. I think this is a great family home, you know, coming in off the beach, sand on my feet, it's not precious, comfortable, warm. I think the owners here have been very clever in their use of colour. What they've done is you have a background of neutral colours, the walls, floors and ceilings, and they've relied on the furniture and the texture and the fabrics to give you that lift.
This house is all about fun and family, and that gives it a really warm and relaxed feeling throughout. But what I really loved is the fact that you can't design a home like this. Nobody can. This place has evolved and grown with the family over the years who live here, and that's what makes it so unique. I'm giving it an 8.
We have what I'm looking for in the competition. Great design, creativity, great functionality, and individuality, which all come together to create a super family home. I give it a 9.
There is great personality on show in this home. I really admire the homeowner's bold use of colour and pattern, which has been applied with great skill. There's a real sense of wonder and humour, but it still functions really well. This is a great family home.
Now that the judges have visited all 3 homes, it's time to see which one will come out on top. First, the contemporary family home where Hugh held back his score.
I just love coming up to this Edwardian-style home, seeing the renovation and extension that had taken place in this house, which was so contemporary and modern. However, there were a few design opportunities missed in this house, and I gave it a 7.
8, an 8 and a 7 is a total of 23.
Next, Declan reveals what he gave the Thatched cottage.
There's a real story here between these 2 really old, beautiful buildings and how they were brought together and the simplicity at which that was done. All about outdoor living, all about country living, just a great place to be, and I give it an 8.
8, an 8 and a 9 is a total of 25.
That's a big score, and I think that's a great score for that house.
And finally, Helen reveals what she gave the pink house beside the sea.
This was really a true family home that's being enjoyed, and that's what really came across to me. And I gave this home a 9.
Great score.
2 9s and an 8, total of 26. We have our winner.
We do indeed, and what a great house.
So the penultimate home through to the final is the pink house on the south coast of Dublin.
I'm just delighted this unique house has made it to the final.
Yeah, and I was up against some seriously stiff competition this week. This cottage renovation, I can't believe it's not in the final. It just goes to show how high the standard is.
We've got some really great homes. This is shaping up to be a very tough final.
Can't wait to see what's coming up.
Next week, the judges visit the last 3 homes vying for the title of Home of the Year.